The tranny's good in this bus.
What?
The transmission is pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, it's not too bad.
You know when a bus needs to be worked on though, that's for sure. Wasn't that street beautiful? Wasn't that street beautiful? They had.
That tree there was really nice.
Yeah.
Everybody's been putting their lights up this weekend since it's been so nice.
It seems like you're getting these early 8300s a
I
lot.
get these all the time. Yeah.
You had 8327 the other day.
Yeah, I always get these buses. I haven't ever been any
Rather than 8000s, Nate.
I've only had a couple of those little sign-ups.
Oh, the 8000s? Yeah.
It's usually these because it's an all-day bus.
A bit newer too, right? So. Oh, imagine if you had to drive a Nova all day. You
Oh
wouldn't.
God, they're horrible. Those hurt your back. Because it's so bad.
They put Oklahoma State ahead of me, I lost. First spot.
I've never tried to, sit on the Nova seats. I have all my bus fans talk to me online and they say Nova seats are terrible, and I agree with them.
Yeah. No, they're because you sit over the wheels. The wheels are so far behind you when you're driving them. They're so bouncy and you just.
Even for me, when I'm in the wheelchair spot,
Yeah.
I could feel myself jerking forward.
Yeah, because you're sitting right on top of the wheels.
Yeah. They weren't built very good.
No.
These come from Flyer, that's the difference.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Now the seats in the 7700s are comfortable.
Oh yeah, because they've got the big, the nice. They look like.
And once I did back in June, I wanted to switch it up. I sat near the back. It was bus 7918, pretty comfortable seat.
Yeah.
I stayed around for a whole trip on Max Purple, pretty nice.
Oh, right on.
If it was a Nova though, then,
Forget it. Boy, you ever
I'm hearing a lot of bad reviews about the Novas, eh? I always have.
Yeah. The new ones are not as bad, I've heard from the drivers that drive them.
The 83s and 84s.
Yeah. Because they're natural gas, so the tanks are up on the roof, so they're not as bad.
How about the 81s? Are they diesel?
Yes.
I thought so because they sound quite a bit different then.
It's just the newer ones that are all natural gas.
Also, we do have diesel Novas. That's what I heard, yeah.
All the 8100s.
And then 8200 is also diesel.
Yeah, that's
I've been on 8101 before.
They're not natural gas. Thank you.
8201's pretty nice. It's the natural gas Excelsior.
Yeah.
It's like these, except it's.
Yeah, it's natural gas. And when you open the doors, both sets of doors open up.
Huh? Oh yeah, okay.
When you open up the doors, they go up.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
Some of the doors close too quickly though.
Oh yeah.
Some people are trying to get off. I be on the bus and they try to get out the back. It's terrible.
Some of them are really fast, some are super slow, and it takes forever.
So this is the route you were talking about that goes to Whitehorn and then Brentwood.
Yes.
Yeah.
It goes around Temple, then goes up to Brentwood.
Yeah. Wow.
That does the north part of the 7273.
You must miss those routes.
I do, they were nice.
That's when you heard of that broken down old train that broke down, you told me.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun. I was panicking.
I bet you were.
Because I've been on the C train and it broke down before, but that was only lights or something.
Oh, okay.
Or like the train would be running an hour late. But I'd never been on the train when it quit.
Well, I've been on one when it got stuck in between stations.
And-
I was heading up to Hells to take over another run.
And that was the first time a breakdown actually happened. No, I shouldn't say that. I got on the newer train, the newest ones,
Yeah.
for the first time in 2018.
Oh,
The
okay.
S200s.
Yeah.
And two trains broke down in one day. And it was them.
Yeah.
And then, but the first really tragic one was that old one.
That would be scary.
I knew what to do right away though, once the interior filled with smoke.
Yeah. Well, that would be scary, especially when you're in a wheelchair. I mean, that would be fun. That would be freaky.
And like we got on the train at 69th and everything was fine. I didn't smell anything.
Yeah.
But as we started moving, I started noticing an unusual carbon dioxide type smell.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, maybe it'll go away, but it just kept getting worse. And I thought to myself, this is not something ordinary.
Yeah, this is something wrong.
We pushed the help lever right away. You know the old lever they have on them old cars? We swiped that and the driver got out and was running back and forth.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe what was going on, and then he came out, was running back and forth, train car to train car to see what was wrong.
Yeah.
Then he saw the smoke and called it in. Had to shut the train down and everything.
Is there, when you were in the Westbrook Tunnel, like at the stop,
Yeah.
is there elevators and everything that you could?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I take the Max Till up there sometimes.
Oh, okay. That's a nice bus.
That's my favorite route around the city.
That's a nice one.
And then say if I want to take the 96, Max Till goes right there to Douglas Glen.
Yeah.
I can catch 92 or 96, which is, you know, goes to Anderson.
Yep.
Back then, 96 was Douglas still, though.
Yeah, I had to do them in the summer. I hadn't done them forever. And it was just like, well, I was driving around with a map, see where I was heading to.
And back then, these buses weren't around. You had to drive the old Jimmy or something, right?
Yeah. And the people down there, if you miss their stop boy, they know about it.
Pardon? What did you say?
I said, if you missed a stop or you missed a turn on those bus routes, the people down there sure let you know about it.
Oh, oh, you missed my stop.
Yeah, big time.
You have to stop. Well, let me know a little earlier.
This is my turn.
And back then, you didn't have the buttons, stop request buttons. You had the poles, and that was it.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're getting into the fun spot now. We're not there yet, but
Yeah, there's a hockey game tonight too, so I'm like,
oh yeah.
it was busy on Friday night because there was a the lacrosse team was playing.
Roughnecks.
Yeah, they were playing on Friday night.
What time were they playing?
I'm not 100% sure, but a really good friend of ours had posted pictures on Facebook, and I said, oh, that's why the traffic was all bad.
I was on with you
Yeah,
then.
you were on Friday, because I know on Memorial Drive, the cars were stuck.
See, this is a nice route I can get off, and if I want to take the C train, I just go right to Sunnyside.
Oh, yeah, it's quick and easy, yeah.
You say the Route 2's getting bad at night, did you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah. Especially down 17th Avenue.
Yeah. You want no routes that are probably bad at night? The 42's probably terrible late at night.
Yeah. I've done the 42 at night. It's not that bad.
Not as bad as you would think then.
No, it's not. It's actually not that bad.
You would think because you're doing Marlboro, I would think it would be terrible.
It's actually, no, and you know what? The 42 at night is people coming home from work and the guys working night shifts are going to work.
Okay.
It's not, I just finished doing the 42 last sign up and it's not that bad at night.
That was a summer sign up, right? You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the 42's not.
42's busy during rush hour though.
It is,
Holy.
it's very busy. Yeah.
They have like, you know what? It's 2 buses normally, but they put an extra one on for rush.
Yeah. No, the 42 is busy until you get to 52nd Street, then everybody gets off because they want to get on to 23. So it's not really too bad.
23's not bad, but if you don't get a good driver, then you're like, all right,
Yeah.
have to do this.
It's better run now than it used to be, that's for sure.
The Arctics are so slow on takeoff, though, because I'm up front, right? The engine's all the way in the back.
Yeah.
I would not want to drive when our first snowstorm comes,
No,
though.
because the back end, the motor pushes the back end around. You can watch the back end fish tail while you're driving along.
That's gonna be kind of the pits when you have to do the 300. It's not a bad route, but if the roads are bad, you got to go downtown.
Yeah.
And a lot of the streets down there after a snowstorm can be pretty
Yeah.
messy.
Yeah, I only gotta do one trip. I'm out of downtown by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so
Back by 78 at 3.
I'm up at 78th Avenue at 3:30, so I'm only on it for an hour and a half, so it's not that bad.
There's the Route 1. I wouldn't want to hop on that this time of night.
No.
You know what though? I don't mind taking the Route 1. You know how it meets up with Max Purple? I don't mind taking it when you're on 17th Avenue.
Oh, I haven't done
Yeah. It's like when you get downtown and beyond that.
Yes. I don't mind taking the Route 1. I don't mind driving up the Bonus. That's nice out that way.
Except you get most of the, you know,
Yeah.
bars and stuff though,
Yeah.
too, right?
That's it.
See, if I was a bus driver and I had to do it, then of course I would, because that's what's available, right?
But when you get a chance, when you get a choice, it's nice not to have.
I would rather do Max Hill or something.
Yeah, the Max Steel's nice.
I Heritage to Heritage, start at Heritage, finish at Heritage or
You
something.
go the Max Orange?
Oh yeah, I took it all the way from Saddletown to Brentwood once.
That's a nice run as well. Have you been on the Max Yellow?
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of the 77s are on there, the 7700s.
Yeah, it's out of,
VP.
yeah.
But hey, you know, if you can notice, I don't know if you see, on the Route 2 they have a couple VP buses working
Yes.
right now. I think for fall sign up, a 2-spot for VP drivers always becomes available on fall sign up.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, they don't hit, sometimes the Route 2s, they all get out of big parking. Couple of sign-ups though, but then sometimes they're all out of Spring Garden, so it's just all depends, I
You
think.
never get a Stony sign up for the Route 2.
No. Because they either finish at 78th Avenue or they finish at the Killarney Loop there, so.
I never been up to the Clarny Loop that far.
Haven't you?
No, I've only taken the 2 all the way to downtown.
Oh, okay.
Like the Bow Tower, and I get off.
Yeah, because it goes all the way up to just before Sarcy Trail. There's a little loop that you turn around.
Is it just for the Route 2 or other buses
No,
stop?
just for the Route 2.
Yeah, so it's not like 78th Ave is a major terminal.
Yeah, there's just a little strip mall there, and you just sort of turn on the road in front of the strip mall, and there's a time point up there.
There's our 2200 series train cars.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would be scared to find out if you put our old cars on a 15-hour run. Especially now.
Yeah, I don't think you see that issue.
But I mean, if there's no new trains available, they do that once in a while if they're all being maintenance. But they try not to do that anymore. By the end of the run, the brakes would be so hot on that poor old thing.
Now, I seen something on Facebook today. There's a train car or something sitting on 8th Avenue. And people, and there's, decorating or something.
Oh, 2002. Yeah. It's, someone bought that car and
And
is,
it's sitting on 8th Avenue.
okay.
Because it was on, it was on, Greg Max on Facebook. They had it on there.
It must have been one of our old original cars. Yeah. You must have did training on the train, did you?
No.
Just bus.
Huh?
Just bus.
This bus, yeah.
Because sometimes they make you do it even if you don't want to be a train
That
driver.
was before I started.
Yeah.
I missed that by a couple of years. I was like, they keep asking us if we want to do it. But now they don't even ask me anymore. So, because when you do sign up, they ask you if you're still interested in trains, but I don't even get asked anymore. So.
You know what would be cool? The U2s are our favorite. Imagine if I got to help operate one with the driver. I would be in my glory. I'll be ringing that great bell downtown.
There you go. Get rid of everybody out of your way.
And some people cross the street when the train is has the right of way.
Oh yeah.
Like I think you heard. Did you hear about that big incident downtown and it backed up the trains? It was like afternoon rush. I was on the train that day and someone got hit.
Oh no.
And to get from Saddletown to City Hall on the train, it took me an hour.
Oh wow.
Because you had to go slow, right?
Oh yeah.
And our driver kept people that just boarded the train. There's been a major accident downtown. We'll be moving up stations every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then other drivers that are on call have to come in and do shuttle bus.
Yeah.
Because they need them because the train.
Well, no buses all
Did you ever used to do that? They would have to dispatch you all of a
I
sudden?
haven't, no. I've been pulled off a bus route to go do C-train shuttle.
Yeah.
Like they'll just take your, empty your, go out of service and then you just go on to your C-train.
Okay. Huh? Barely.